My name is Kelly Marie Serrano, and this is The Young Lords, More Than Just a Chicago Street Gang, prepared as part of a class Intro to Chicanx Latinx Histories, also known as Histories 17CH at Pomona College. During the 60s and 70s, many great social and political movements developed in the U.S. to tackle issues of race, class, and citizenship. The Young Lords began as a young Puerto Rican street gang near the Lincoln Park area of Chicago, where they provided protection for people of color in a primarily white neighborhood with police violence. Although they began as a street gang, the Young Lords became more of a social club that gave back to their community through practices such as breakfast programs and clothing donations that provided necessities to low-income families. However, the Young Lords slowly came to understand that the problem they were facing was a much larger systemic one, and they began evolving into a revolutionary political organization that turned their attention towards national problems, including, but not limited to, the liberation of Puerto Rico, capitalism, housing and food insecurity, and equal access and rights for people of color. Although many people understand this organization as fighting a race problem, the Young Lords saw their efforts more as a class issue that affects all races in different forms. With this mindset, the Young Lords fought for everyone's liberation, working alongside Black Power movements, poor white organizations, and other minority groups. The Young Lords' first offense, known as the Garbage Offense, helped to establish the organization within the larger social and political movements. In this offense, the Young Lords placed all of the trash from the sidewalks and parks in the middle of the street to block traffic. It was successful in forcing the government to clean the trash in the lower income areas of the neighborhood. This offense also gave the Young Lords a positive reputation. Although they were made up of teens and 20-year-olds with street experience, they were making a large, nonviolent statement that would help the larger community. As time went on, however, the Young Lords were seen as a threat to the government, and violence against their members and Puerto Ricans began to increase in the city. This resulted in the Young Lords responding with violence, and they began to demonstrate armed. Because of their origins as a street gang, the media exacerbated the image of the Young Lords as a violent gang and painted them as a threat to the well-being and safety of the people. This is the common misconception that this video essay hopes to illuminate. Cathy Adorno-Centeno is the daughter of Angela Navedo Rizzo and Jose Lind, two of the original members of the Young Lords organization in Chicago. In an interview with Jose Chacha Jimenez, the infamous founder of the Young Lords, Cathy reflects on her experience as a child growing up around the Young Lords members. She describes her experience as nothing more than normal, and she explains that she always felt a sense of family and safety when she was surrounded by the Young Lords. Cathy explains that she was never aware of the larger role that the Young Lords played in Puerto Rican politics until she was an adult, because she only understood her childhood as one surrounded by love, Sunday potlucks, block parties, and boycotts where she got to sing chants that sounded like children's rhymes next to her mother. Cathy pushes back against the image of the Young Lords as a gang and reframes their organization as a family. Cathy's experience illuminates the way that the Young Lords emphasized the creation of a safe and inclusive community. Despite the media's portrayal of the Young Lords as violent, they were simply young radicals in a social organization who used violence only when necessary to their political cause. Overall, the Young Lords' main goal was to keep their neighborhoods safe for the families that they were building. Although the group in Chicago slowly dispersed and eventually became more well-known in New York, their legacy as an organization that fought not only for the rights of people of color, but also for building a foundation of community and family remains prominent in the culture of Latina neighborhoods in Chicago to this day. Thanks so much for watching.